Hello, my name is Alyssa Wasick, and I will be discussing initiatives and referendums in the state of Arizona. In Arizona, as well in many other states, initiatives and referendums are tools of a direct democracy that allow citizens to bypass the state legislature and propose or approve laws through popular vote. An initiative is a proposal for a new law or change to an existing law that is originated by citizens and put on a ballot for a direct vote. In order to initiate an initiative, a certain number of registered voters in the state need to sign a petition in support of the proposal. If enough valid signatures are collected, the initiative goes on the ballot for the next election, and the voters have the opportunity to approve or reject it. A referendum, on the other hand, is a popular vote on an existing law or decision made by the state legislature or local government. In Arizona, there are two types of referendums: a referendum on a legislative measure and a referendum on a vetoed measure. A referendum on a legislative measure, citizens can challenge a law that may be enacted by a legislator by collecting a certain number of signatures to put on the ballot for a direct vote. In a referendum on a vetoed measure, citizens can attempt to overturn a veto made by the governor on a law that was passed by a legislator by collecting enough signatures to put it on a ballot for a direct vote. Voters can then approve or reject the measure in question. Initiatives and referendums are created through a process known as petitioning. The process of creating an initiative or a referendum is slightly different, though, but both involve collecting signatures from registered voters in the state. To create an initiative, a group of citizens or an organization must first draft a proposal for a new law or a change to an existing law. Once the proposal is written, they must gather signatures from registered voters in the state. The number of signatures required varies depending on the state and the nature of the proposal. In some states, the required number of signatures is a percentage of the number of voters who cast ballots in the last election. Once enough valid signatures are collected, the proposal goes on a ballot for the next election, and voters have the opportunity to approve or reject it. To create a referendum, citizens must first identify a law or decision made by the state legislator or the local government that they want to change or approve. They then gather signatures from registered voters to put the law or decision on a ballot for a direct vote. In some states, there are different requirements for referendums on legislative measures and referendums on vetoed measures. It's important to note that the process of creating an initiative or referendum can be time-consuming and also expensive, as it requires significant amount of effort to collect enough signatures. However, initiatives and referendums have been used to affect significant changes in state laws and policies, making them a powerful tool for citizen participation in democratic process. Initiative and referendums are both forms of direct democracy that allow citizens to participate in lawmaking process, but they differ in how they are created and what they can accomplish. An initiative is a process by which citizens can propose a new law or make a change to an existing law. To create an initiative, citizens must draft a proposal, gather a certain number of signatures from registered voters in the state, and then place that proposal on a ballot for a direct vote by the people. If the initiative is approved by the majority of the voters, then it becomes a law. Now, a referendum, on the other hand, is a process by which citizens can challenge or approve a law or decision made by the state legislature or local government. To create a referendum, citizens must gather a certain number of signatures from registered voters in the state and place the law or decision on a ballot for a direct vote. If the referendum is approved by the majority of the voters, the law or the decision is either overturned or upheld. One of the key differences between an initiative and a referendum is the nature of the proposal. An initiative proposes a new law or a change to an existing law, while a referendum challenges or approves an existing law or processes for creating initiative and referendums. Another difference is the level of involvement by the state legislator or local government. Initiatives are created solely by citizens and bypass the legislative process, while referendums challenge or approve decisions made by legislator or local government. In terms of their impact, initiative and referendums can both have significant effects on the law and policies of a state or local government. Initiatives can create new laws or amend existing ones, while referendums can overturn or uphold existing laws or decisions. Overall, while initiatives and referendums are similar in that they allow citizens to participate in the lawmaking process, they differ in their purposes, creation processes, and impact on the law. Initiatives and referendums both have advantages and disadvantages. The advantages on initiatives are that they allow citizens to participate directly in lawmaking and have a direct impact on the issue that they care about. They can create new laws or amend existing ones, bypassing the state legislature if necessary. Initiatives can be used to address issues that the legislature has ignored or failed to address in the past. The disadvantages, initiatives can be expensive and time-consuming to create and promote, requiring significant resources and support from organizations and individuals. The language of initiatives can be confusing or misleading. Initiatives can be influenced by special interest groups with a narrow agenda or financial interests, rather than the broader good of the public. Advantages of referendums, they allow citizens to challenge or approve laws and decisions made by the state legislature or local government. They can provide a way for citizens to hold their elected officials accountable and to participate in decisions and affect them. Referendums can provide a way to resolve contentious issues that the legislative has been unable to resolve. The disadvantages of referendums are that they can be used to overturn laws that have already been passed, which can be confusing and costly. The language of referendums can be confusing and misleading as well, leading to unintended consequences or confusion among voters. Referendums can be influenced by such special interest groups with a narrow agenda or financial interests rather than the broader good of the public, just like initiatives can. Initiatives and referendums both have their advantages and their disadvantages. While they can provide a way for citizens to participate in lawmaking process and hold their elected officials accountable, they can also be expensive, confusing, and influenced by special interests. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something.